What up? What up? What's going on, Jumper? What's the word? You snooze, you lose. You snooze, you lose. You asked me to put EuroCAD on the list. I put EuroCAD on the list. All right, we got a trade, and you snooze. What's up with that, bro? What's up with that? I know you snooze, you lose. You asked me for EuroCAD, and then I take the trade you're supposed to take. What's up with that, Jumper? Snooze, you lose, Jumper. You snooze, you lose. I didn't wake you up. Nigga, if I call you 100 times, you still gonna be sleeping. Yeah, I took the trade at 8 p.m. Literally, it was like,
Hey, did you do your daily check down?
not yet, Siri. Hold on. I took the
Come
trade
on, E. Stop playing and get to work. I'll follow up in 30 minutes.
All right, Siri. What time I took the trade? I don't even know. It says the server time says 3:40. I don't know. I can hold on. Let me check. I know what to check. I'll check right now. Yo, you should have been up, yo. How you sleeping at 8 p.m. Eastern, yo? Stop playing games, Lucas. Stop playing, man. I'll tell you right now, though. Something like that. I'll tell you right now. I think it was about 8:30. Let me see. The trade. I opened the trade at 8:40 p.m. How you sleeping at 8:40 p.m. on a Sunday, bro? That's wild. And I should have never got off the charts. I should have stayed on the charts because there was a whole bunch of other trades to take. A whole bunch of other trades. Well, we'll go over some of them today. So, what's going on, guys? Welcome to today's market analysis for October the 2nd. Let's start with AU, guys. Let's get right to it. What's going on, our newcomer? Any questions, feel free to ask, my brother. So, AU, let's start with AU. So, just looking at AU for the overall picture, we are in A2. We're looking for the price to go down. Make sure to join the Discord as well, newcomer. Um, check the description. There you get a little bit more insight, and you get to join the conversation. So AU yesterday. Let's take a look what happened yesterday. So yesterday the market drop gave us a drop, and it's started to follow again the market makers trend, which is what we want, right? So just looking at this, let's take a look at the market structure. The zone yesterday just broke out of that zone, right? Gave us a nice break and retest for entry. This is what I was saying, Jumper, that there was a whole bunch of things happening yesterday. It was too easy, and AU was definitely one of them. So it broke the 800, broke below the 30-minute zone, gave us a nice retest, and gave us a continuation yesterday. So this was a good trade yesterday. Um, so now let's update the structure so then we can see where our zones are at. So we have a push here, right? Another push here. That's the push that broke the 30-minute zone. And that's it, right? We haven't found a bottom yet, but we do have a top. which is up here. So let's mark that, change this, right? We don't have a bottom. Let's just put it here for now, right? That's the bottom of this zone, this full zone, which is technically the 4-hour zone. So we're at the bottom of the 4, looking for a clean break so we can get that nice continuation to the lower consolidation of A2. And we don't. We can see a test. Still testing because it's holding on to it. You have to see a nice little break. Let's wait and see. But as far as the 30-minute zone, we still with the 30-minute zone. Change the 4, take the 4 out, right? So we didn't get a pullback. See, one of the things I don't like, let's talk about the pros and cons of this trade, right? Of this pair. We don't have a nice pullback at the end of the day. So then, we don't have a set high. The only high that we could target, the only thing we could target at the top is either this break of structure that happened here or back to the top. There's really nothing. So today, what I'm expecting will be a straightaway trade, just for it to just start dropping, really not give us a clean entry, just a continuation um, on AU, and it's not the type of trading conditions I would want for me to look for a trade, right? I want to see the nice clean entry, and it doesn't look like we're going to get a nice clean entry just yet. Pull back all the way up here would give us a 36 pips, which will be half of the ADR, to then give us 30 plus another 30, right? That's kind of OD, right? That's out of character for a pair that's only moving 60 pips per day. So, AU is something I'm going to pass on today. Um, Not really going to be paying attention to AU today. So Euro CAD. So this is the trade I took yesterday, right? I took the third day of rise. Got in about 8:30 and was gone. Let's see. Let's check the daily moves. So gave us our 372 on target, right? Yesterday gave us a rise, drop. So today, that's a reset. So today it could start rising again. Could give us a variation. Rise, drop, right? Was pretty much in and out. I knew that we needed to fill in the gap, right? Once I saw that the price actually was heading to the top side is when I got in. I didn't want to get in anytime around here. The other thing is, yeah, with the Elliott wave strategy, yeah, I'm pretty familiar with it. Um, I knew we needed to fill in the gap, right? But I waited for a clean indication that the price was going to push up, right, to finish the third day of rise as well. So in this pair, that's what I did. I just waited. Also, at the beginning of the month, the beginning of the week, spreads are crazy. So I also waited for the spread to get reasonable, right, to take a trade. So there was reasons why I didn't get in right away. It's because the spread was crazy at the beginning of the month of the week, right? And that's it. So EuroCAD, we are in a good zone to take a buy, right? But I'm not going to look to take it off the low just because we still in the beginning of the week. I want to make sure that price is not going to give us, a weekly low before the rise, right? That is not going to try to make it, right? Just looking at market structure, we could see higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. The highs is being held here, right? And we have a consolidating zone that's happening here. So I want to see price break out of that for me to really look into a trade. Even if, we wait for a break of structure of this small, lower low, lower high trend here and wait for this break. If we wait for this break for the high of the day, yesterday's high, it's not that much, right? It's 28 pips. That's 25% of that. Correct. That's correct. It's still showing downtrend. So you're right. It hasn't finished the B leg. And once it finishes the B leg and we get a nice little pullback to confirm that the B leg is done, then we can start looking. You're absolutely right. Um, I don't really talk. I don't really speak like that because not everyone is familiar with the Elliott waves theory, and it's a little bit complex also for everyone to kind of figure it out. They get stuck with the way price action move if they don't understand what a significant pullback is, what a real pullback looks like, and every pair got a different type of significant pullback. But that's a good observation. So yeah, so EuroCAD again, we have this low this here, right? It's just been testing the low, hasn't really broken this low, so we haven't got a significant pullback yet, right? But we do have a small zone of consolidation. If you put your fib out, this is a 23.6, which is just small consolidation for a continuation. So what I want to see is I want to see price break the high. Once I see price breaks the high on a 30-minute time frame, then I could start looking for a break retest, a clean break with a nice retest for a continuation for the remainder of the ADR. If we look, we still got a whole lot. We still have enough, right? We're talking about 50 pips. 50 pips, that's pretty good. See, learning in 2 months took a little bit of time. Well, that's less than a lot of people, my brother. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an alert here. There's no point on being in the charts all day, like some people may believe. Once the price starts getting to my zone is where I want to be aware. 30 minutes. I want to make sure that everything is good. Once it gets to my zone, to where I want to see price break, then is when I'm going to pay attention to it. Right? There's no point of paying attention to a pair and going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. One of the reasons why we all got into trading is for freedom. At least for me, I don't want to. I want to not be in the charts all day long. So this is a way for me not to be in the charts all day long. Yeah. To put the alert, you just make a line. It has to be with a trend line, the trend line tool. Just make a trend line where you want the zone, right click it, and then add alert. That's how you put an alert. And then you can set it up on the settings. If you have TradingView also on your phone, the actual notification will be on your phone also. So you can set it up for the notification to reach your phone so you don't have to be in front of your computer. You can set it up to send your email, text message as well, straight from TradingView. So those are good tools to have. All right, I have it set up to send a notification on my phone. It just pops up like a notification. You can hear the computer going off, but you can also get it on the phone. No problem. You can also get it on your phone. But you gotta have TradingView on your phone. It has to be under the same account. FYI. All right, so EuroCAD, pretty good, right? So we have that set up. Whenever it hits, it hits. Other than that, there's no point of looking at it. All right, so Euro USD. Yesterday we were expecting uh, a third day of rise, right? Didn't give us a third day. Why? Because there was a gap. So when there's gaps in the market, that resets the pattern. Um, when there's gaps, it resets the pattern. So if there's a pattern reset, there's nothing you can do. You just wait, right? If you took an early trade, right, because you might have thought this was a double bottom starting to head up, right? You have a nice engulfing candle straight to the top side, then it came back down and then it took you up, right? That's because of the gap, right? If there's a gap, you have to have type stop losses. You can't think that a 372 is going to work out because it's just going to be the third day of rise, right? There's those little nuances that you have to know, in order not to get faked out into believing that that's the pattern for the day. Um, so yeah, so we had a gap, we have a pullback. Let's go to the 4 hour. See what's happening in the 4 hour, right? So as we can see, we're at the bottom of the V1, right? We're right where we need to be when it comes to looking for a long entry to hold. Like I said, this is a pair that until I don't see a nice change of direction, I'm not going to be trading. I'm looking for long entries. Like last week, took a long entry here, right? Thinking about taking a long today, but just EuroCAD just looked better. So I took EuroCAD. And look what happened. So now, where would I want to see price break? Right? I want to see price break here. Right? A complete turnaround will be on a 4 hour chart. Right? So a change of character, we would definitely see on the 4. We'll see it here. So I'm gonna mark that. Right? Make sure we know where it's going to happen at. And I'm gonna put the alert 4 hour. Right? This is my long term bias. Right? It's over here. Long term. So we understand. Short term, I'm gonna look at my 30. Right? Look at the market structure that's on the 30 and base my next move from there. Right? Let's look at our zones. My zone was there. We still have the top. It broke out. We have a new bottom. So this bottom has been moved. How many pips is this put back? 34. Yeah, that's a third. So I'm going to use this. That is the push that broke this bottom. So that is the top of the 30. Right? So our 30-minute playing field right now is in between this zone. Right? I want to see price start to push up. Where would I want to see price push up? Out of this zone. If it doesn't push up and breaks this high, what it's going to do is going to continue to go down. And it looks like it's continuing to go down. It looks like it's going to be a straightaway trade for today. But still, I'm going to add it. Want to see that change? Want to see that break retest for it to start moving to the top side? What he said. I keep analyzing pairs and do a setup and forget about it. I got to. Facts. You know, if once you analyze, that's the thing. We spend time analyzing these charts um, for future price action for us to to profit off that. And there's times where you analyze, you step away because you got things to do. And what happens is your analysis plays out, and by the time you get back to it, it already happened. So this is a way, adding these alerts is definitely a way for you to, capitalize off your efforts, and to always be there when you're not even there. You know what I mean? So hopefully, this new information, changes that for you, and it should. Um, so yeah, so this is my 30 minutes. So until I don't see that, guys, um, I don't want to get in. Right? Again, the beginning of the week, the price goes counter trend. The middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, is when the low of the week is set. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is when price moves with the market maker's trend. So right now we're countering, right? We're following the weekly behavior of what pairs usually do, right? So since I'm moving counter, I need to wait for the weekly low to be set or for it to start pushing up. If the low was set here because it's kind of a retest of this low, okay, then I could start looking for it. But other than that, until that weekly low is not set, there's no point. So Euro AUD, I'm not going to be watching it. Euro CAD, I'm still going to be watching it. All right. So GBP, JPY gave us a drop as expected, right? Friday gave us that third day of rise. Sunday, Monday gave us a drop, right? So we're moving counter to the market maker's trend, right? So this is another one. Did not give us a nice pullback for us to know, like, hey, we got a nice little pullback. Um, we got a nice little pullback. Um, let's wait for it to break. No pullbacks yet, right? Now, what we can see is that it's getting into the 4 hour zone, right? It's going right back to the 4 hour zone. Maybe retest that 4 hour zone before continuing the trend, right? Just look at my 30-minute zone, price pushed up. Let's mark this. Price pushed back up, right? So, indeed, it broke this zone over here. So this is the push that caused the zone to break. So then what we were playing between this high and this low. Then what happened? Price broke above. Technically, we have this push caused that break. Let's fix it. Let's not be lazy, right? So now it broke above. So this push caused this to break to the top side. So now we have this high and this low, and price is trading in between here, right? So we have the high and we have the low here, and price is trading in between there. So now same thing on GBP JPY, right? We have a lot of traders that we saw today that took some L's because again, there's no clean break to the top side. We're still trading off the low of the low of the 4 hour zone, which is a zone to get people trapped, right? So with that being said, until we don't see a clean break, right? A nice change of character, right? All this is in the same bottom, right? And this is the high that will show us a clean change. So with that being said, I'm going to mark this as my high for my change of character. Until that is not broken, right? Where there's no real break. We're just trading in this consolidating zone, right? In this chop. So I'm going to add the alert and 30 minutes, right? So that's where a clean and a real change of direction. Price will break above the 800, show us that the trend has changed. Right now, there's none of that. So we're still chopping at this low. So we're in a good place to take a long, but I definitely want to see price pull up, start giving me higher highs, higher lows, right before I even entertain this. So there's really no set target over here until market structure is being developed, and right now there's none of that. But I'm still going to be watching GBP JPY. I'm not going to count it out, right? Until I don't see price change to start making higher highs, higher lows in lower time frames. There's no real entry happening thus far. So keep that in mind on GJ. GU, let's take a look. So yesterday gave us a drop. We are going against the overall trend. All right, taking a look at the higher picture. We on V1, right? We in this consolidating zone, right? This big chop that's happening right now, and the price continuing to move. Looks like it's going to touch the low of this zone. So, and look at the trend. It's just giving us lows, lower highs. The other thing is we had a previous 2 months of drop. We are expecting this month to give us another drop. So with that being said, it's not ready for us to take any longs. And it's still making lower lows, lower highs. Looking at the 4 hour, again, as you can tell, market structures lower low, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, low, high, lower low, lower high, no lower lows, lower highs, all the way down. All right. Yesterday gave us a drop. And so this is one that's going to continue to push down. Right? We have this low, right? If price could come back and retest that low and push down, I might come in and take a short. All right, so this is GBP, USD, retest, BOS, 30 minutes. So if it comes back and retests that break of structure, we might be looking into something, right? So other than that, I'm not gonna chase a trade, right? You can chase this continuation if you want, but it's not for me, not my type of trading. Yeah, we're gonna look at gold. This issue, the Euro JPY place a sell limit. Yeah, sell limits. Just so you know, I'm not a fan of sell limits or buy limits, because of that, right? I rather put in an alert, you know, and the alert is going to push me to focus on a chart at that point in time where I should be trading, right? Where I should be focusing on the chart. So, sell limits and buy stops and stuff like that. It's just I've been through that just like you've been through it. I put a sell limit on and it plays out my way, but I'm not there to really see the fractal price action, that it was still creating higher highs, higher lows. It wasn't a real turnaround yet in a lower time frame for me to have gotten in. So definitely, you know, you know, at least you got some value today. Just set the alerts. You if you have an analysis and it's going to play out, the way, or you marking it, set an alert. Just set an alert. It's the best way. But we're gonna look at gold. It's in the list. We only view these 9 pairs every day, so one by one. So these are the pairs we trade. So GBP USD, it broke, waiting for a retest and maybe get the continuation to the ADR low. So let me put that green. USD CAD, 2 days of rise. You already know we're with the market makers trend. We didn't get a pullback, right? So we're not gonna really get a nice entry on this. 63 pips from the ADR high. Now, for you guys that come to the class every day, this was an alert, just so you know, Cristiano. This was an alert we put last week, right? So, right, just like the other ones, we want to see a break, a change of character in a higher time frame, right? So the change of character is supposed to happen here, which was on the 4. Right? Let me show you real quick. Right? This is the last push down. So in order for me to start even entertaining this pair, I wanted a change of character to happen. It happened towards the end of the week, as you can see. Thursday, Friday is where Thursday price was here, and Friday it kind of broke. It broke out. See, Thursday, Friday, and the break was actually confirmed today. This is one of the ones, Lewis, we snoozed on this one. So setting the alert now that I know that it changed back to the top side, right, with the overall pattern, we look at the overall market makers pattern, right? We're going up, right? We have some consolidation, but we're pushing up. So once that change happens, now we're back in line. Now we can start. Now it's confirmed, right? Everything else, just like the other pairs, look how many times, like people on GJ today, They were looking to take it long, right? You took it long first day, you made some money. Next day, you're looking for this pullback to go long, you gave it all back, stopped out. Next day, you took a long again, then you gave it all back. Beginning of the week, right? You got a continuation, you're thinking this is a consolidation, it broke, right? But it's just testing this high. Then what happens? Takes you out. Next day, again, small zone of consolidation. Notice the wicks. The wicks is fake price action to the top side. How many times it took people out going to the top side? Whole bunch of times. We have another small zone of consolidation, wicks to the top. Oh, it's a breakout, lower time frames. No, it's not. Boom, take you back out. And now towards the end of the week. So the beginning of the week, everyone losing, losing, losing. By the end of the week, you're like, man, I gotta go. I gotta do some journaling. I gotta go see what I did wrong. Then towards the end of the week is where you should have took the trade. And this is why that change of character. You know, make sure your changes are happening in a higher time frame um, for you to be taking any trades. And the other thing is, if you're gonna take a trade to the top side, do not take it in the middle of this range. You should be taking off the lows or close to the lows as possible. All these trades off the lows are valid trades, right? Because you're trading the zone or you're trading your ADR. You're not looking more than what the ADR is going to give you if you're a day trader. So with that being said, is you get in, get out, reset, wait for the price to come back down. If it gives you a continuation, great. If it doesn't, wait for it to reach the lows again and take it off the lows or take it off the breaks. But don't take it in the middle of the zone. That's what we do here. We don't take trades in the middle of the zone. Um, so yeah, so USD CAD, we got 2 days of rise. Today's the third day. Let's see. Maybe I'll take it if it pulls back. You already started the third day, right? So we're kind of late. USD ZAR, right? Gave us a rise again. USD ZAR just chopping up and down, chop up and down, up and down, up and down in that zone, right? Not a pair that I'm going to be looking at. We are in previous peak formation high territory, like I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, until it doesn't give me a clean break of that daily zone to the top side. There's nothing for me to be looking at because this chop is there to get me to bite. And unfortunately, I'm not going to bite. Now, US 30, right, gave us 2 months of drop. We are expecting another month of drop this month, right? Gave us 2 weeks of drop, previous 2 weeks. So again, we got 2 weeks, we got 2 months. That's confluence right there. That's a great confluence that this month we're gonna get a new low, right? Did we get a new low? It's tapping that low. It tapped it yesterday. Going to our 30-minute chart, we got 2 days of drops. What does that tell us? Today we're gonna have another down day, right? What do I like about this one compared to the other ones? Again, we got this nice pullback. Giving us this pullback lets us know that hey, we have how many pips before it makes that new low? We got 189 pips before it makes the new low, right? Which is pretty good. That's half of the ADR, right? Or a little bit more than half, but half of the well, technically half of the ADR. So we have that pullback that's giving us half of the ADR before the full ADR is made. All right, and the full ADR is down here. So yeah, pretty much half of the ADR. So US 30 is definitely one I'm going to be watching today, right? I might even get in before the New York session, depending on what price is doing. That's about it. We do see nice market structure, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, right? Maybe up here, the highest, right? This pullback here. So technically we're trading in between that zone, between here and here right now, right? Between this red candle and this red candle, right? We get into the top of it. We get to the top of it, lower time frame, I start seeing a nice change of characters happening, break of structure. I need a change and I need a break, not just a change, right? Lower time frame, what, US 30? US 30 overall is long. Right now we're in a short term low trend. downtrend. That's what I have, right? But we have 2 days of drop previously, right? So today we're gonna get a drop. That's a 372. To learn more about how to trade 372s, make sure to join the Discord. So now that we have the 372, we know we're gonna get a new low today, right? Giving us that new low today, it's gonna give us a new low for the week, which is in line with the weekly, and also new low for the month, which is in line with the monthly, right? So just so we all clear, we have 2 days of drop, 2 months of drop, and we have 2 weeks of drop. That's three confluences, right? So we know we're gonna get a low, right? Um, Now the entry, right? I want to see price change, turn over, right? I want to see lower lows and lower highs start to be developed in, the lower time frames, right? So US 30 is definitely one to be looking out today. As far as entries, let's take a look at the last pull, right? We have this higher high, we have this change that happened, right? I want to see him break this. I want to see him break here. This whole zone, all of this is one zone. Take this 30-minute zone out. All this is one zone between here and here. So between here and here, this is a zone, right? Anything in between here, you're just risking. Literally, you're risking. So, and then the 5 minute we have from here, which is still has not broken. From here, notice everything just test, has not broken that zone. And the bottom is here. So you have, that's the real zone. It has to break. None of these are breaking candles. All this is testing. All this is test, right? Maybe we'll get the breakdown. So no real change. So I want to see price go below here for me to start looking to trade. Because if not, it's gonna push up, touch up here before maybe pushing down. That's where I want to see price break on the 5 minute. Any questions? No. Okay. I'm not gonna trade it off the highs. I'm not chasing a picture perfect entry. We get in here and we take it to the low of the day. That's 145 pips. Even if you get in here after the break and you take it to this low, that's 91 pips. 91 pips, dollar lot size, that's $910. That's good. I'll take that. $2 lot size, that's $1,800. I'll take that. So, gold. So, gold, we on level 2 drop, right? Definitely started to make the level. Called it last week. So, we on L2 drop, level 2 drop, right? Um, and prices going with the trend. We have last week was a week of drop. We have last month was a month of drop. Already started the month with a drop. Yesterday gave us another drop, right? No significant pullback for me to say, hey, I'm gonna get in, right? I don't. If it was here, this was a good entry, right? You had the break and retest, but all these, the only other good entry was here. It was clean, right? This break also was another clean here. Right now, you need to pull back at least to up here to get a clean entry, or you're just chasing it. I'm not really going to be chasing it, but gold is definitely following the market maker's trend and it's going with the flow. So gold is definitely one to be on the lookout and keep watching it. I'm not going to be watching that for tomorrow. And last but not least, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin gave us 3 days of rise, right? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and gave us a rise, no net, right? Now, if you were watching last week, I said we're looking to go to where? 29, right? I said the prices are looking like it's going to go to 29 to the top, right? So we're on V1 heading up, right? Like I was saying, 29. I'm expecting to hit about 29. Once it hits about 29, it's going to stop, right? Give us a little consolidation before continuation to the top of the daily zone. And it's giving us higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? And everything's looking good. But BTC, I will not be trading that tomorrow. It already gave us 3 days of rise. And that's about it, guys. Any questions or anything? A correction or what pair? Cristiano. What's up, Brandon? A correction on BTC again. Why it gave us that nice correction? Look at this. When price just moves that fast on one candle, you know, 8 out of 10 times it has to come back. Not it has to, but 8 out of 10 it comes back, especially here. But it's giving us, market structure, which is what we're looking for. Cristiano. Now, technically here, if I see, let's see, we see a break, a change here, right? Actually, I'm going to mark it. I'm going to put an alert. If we see a change here, we should be good. Because look, we have, right? If we get a nice break here, we start doing this, then we can start looking to trade. I guess we good. Jumping on questions, you good? So Cristiano, we do this class Mondays through Thursdays at 7 p.m. New York, and we have a Sunday weekly market breakdown, which is at 9 a.m. New York. So make sure to join. And again, don't forget, guys, to like, subscribe, and definitely join the Discord. And the links are all in the description, all the social medias. Jumper, don't snooze tonight, Jumper. What you got on? What you got? What you looking at tonight, Jumper? No problem. What you looking at tonight, Jumper? Not tonight, but don't forget the watch list. Please do the watch list. You already snoozing. Oh man. Oh man. Which one's the one that should be moving? Is USD CAD. All right, Cristiano. That's good. We'll see you there. You join the conversation there in the mornings. In the mornings, Jumper sometimes He does a 7 a.m. trading session, live trading, which he goes over the pairs that we signaled out today. He trades them live, finds the correct entry, um, and he's trading live. He's trading his account, his from the prop firm. What else? And that's about it. All right. So guys, I see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.